What's up, guys? Back with some Brink finally. They finally dropped the clan system, and I've got to tell you, I am pumped. This game right here, it was kind of like a pseudo-clan battle. More, it's just like we just ran into each other. It was a bunch of goon people versus a bunch of pink fluffy bunny people, essentially. There is some randoms in there, and some people like me who are associated with different clans, but whatever. I knew the pink fluffy bunnies, and I knew a couple people in the goons. But this was an intense game, and this is why I'm so excited for the clan system. This is why I was excited for Brink in the first place, and it did not disappoint. This game was so intense, and it was only like 5-on-5, I think. Well, there's more than that, but 5-on-5 of the people that knew each other. There were 4 or 5 goons, and then there were, I think, 3 pink fluffy bunnies, which I knew, and then Bulak was on our team too. And so, oh my god, this was intense. But it was really, really hard fought. It went down to the wire almost every section. And it started off here, where we were just getting stonewalled like a boss. But the goon guys and their associated partners were just owning us. We couldn't get to the door. So finally, we moved up the repair bot, or whatever, the construction bot, to the gate so we could get a little more cover, which is a good thing to do. Then after that, I was literally yelling. I was getting angry. But I mean, yelling in the good way. So I was like, "All right, guys, we need to secure this leftmost alleyway because they are shooting. Because we need once we secure this, then we can shoot on the inside of the gate, which is where they were sitting." So as you can see right here, that's what I was attempting to do, and I couldn't quite get in there. But at least I was keeping them off of this left stairwell, which was a critical piece because, as you can see, we got the plan off. Because they had us on the right, the left, and of course when they were hiding behind the gate in the center. So that is how we took care of that problem, is we secured the left and then just applied some slight pressure on the right here, and on the gate, of course, so we could get the plant off. And that is actually what we talked about. This isn't even hindsight. We were yelling at each other to do stuff like this in the middle of the game. So there we go. The gate's down, and now we're on to this section, which is the most difficult section of this map by far. And it's difficult just because the enemy, if you're attacking, it's difficult if you're attacking because enemies spawn so close that, and you spawn relatively far away, that you have to kill them all and then kill them again essentially twice to get the bot moving. Because they're so close that when they spawn, they're essentially right next to the bot. So to deal with this, there's a couple ways you can take care of it, but ultimately we first pushed up to the bot on the right side right here and cleared them off once. I mean, for the most part. There was a couple guys still left around, but we cleared them off so the engineers could start repairing it. Then after that, we had some people run around to the left side and start applying pressure from the left side so they couldn't hide in the alleyway in between. And of course, we secured the health command post. Now, this is important because even though they can spawn close, if you get a flank off on them, then they have a lot harder time getting the bot down because they're trying to get rid of the flank instead of destroying the bot, which is exactly what you want, because you only need one person to keep the bot going. And if your whole team's flanking you and stuff like that, they may kill you all, but you still at least make progress with the bot. So that's what we did for that section, and it took a lot of repairs. Like, we got it all the way to that first part where you saw right in front of their right side of their spawn, and then we had to get it repaired. And then we were able to move it to the left side, and then it went down again because we all died and they took it out. And so we had to switch tactics from here. So, of course, on here, you still want to do the flanking where you're applying pressure from the right side, and then after you clear them off on the left side so you can repair. But this is a really nice section because here, more than when the bot's on the right side, you can kind of predict where they're coming from, because they most likely will come out of the left side, just because for some reason going on the right side was a little more of an inconvenience and they don't get as good a position. So let's see, who is that? Oh, that's Bulak. Hi, Bulak. Anyways, we are clearing off the bot right now so the engineers can get to it, while some guys are coming from the right side to apply some pressure, which are the engineers essentially. So we are able to clear them off for the most part. And then right here, since we know they're going to spawn, we clear them off. They know they're going to spawn, probably come straight towards the bot left. So you can just sit right here and wait for them with grenades, if you have a heavy with their GLs or heavy machine guns, and just wait for them. So you can say I selected my napalm grenade, and as soon as I see them, I chuck it, and so does everybody else. And it's just death, complete death. and so we could get the bot repaired into the crane. And of course, the crane's pretty easy and straightforward. But this is another critical point that can kill your momentum if you don't do it right. You have to get the bot moving as soon as possible, because if they are allowed to establish a position on this alleyway, there's almost no way you're getting past, unless they have a colossal meltdown. So you need to get people up here and get it moving right away. Now, as you can see, the other team was very on top of it. They are already at the other end ready to defend, which was very good on their part. So once you get stuck around here, it doesn't have to be necessary in this exact position. It's really tough, just because going through the middle through that repairable gate doesn't give you that much of a better position, unless you're trying to cut them off at the spawn, which we weren't. So we instead just brute forced our way through this area. And we think that's a decent strategy because in between those two containers on my left right here, you can head through there and then head up the stairs on my right and take out anybody who's sitting in that building. So eventually we got the bot close down here, but as you can see, just like every other portion is pretty much down to the wire. We're running out of time when all this stuff is happening. So we just have to clear out the left side right here. And there's no way we're spawn trapping them, but we can at least keep them occupied so that they're not shooting the bot or the engineers repairing the bot. So essentially, you have to sacrifice your body as an attacker in this position. You just have to stand in front of the enemy, just shoot at them, even if you don't kill them. I mean, preferably kill them. That's always preferable, but just give them a distraction so they don't go for the engineers and the bots. So we were able to do that here, but then I just got rampaged by who knows what. So we finally have the sample, yay, and it's a similar situation to before, where once you clear the defenders off of the left side, you can finally grab the sample, otherwise it's nearly impossible. So that is what we are trying to do right now, and what I'm trying to do personally, is just clear them off the left side. So yes, it works. They come, grab it, and then once you're running it back, everybody just wants to essentially stand around this guy, because then if somebody dies, somebody picks it up, and it's a lot harder to kill a group of people than one. And again, the defenders were doing a really good job, and they were on top of it, and they were already at the objective, so kudos to them for that. So I sped this up just because it's a lot of death and destruction both on my part and the enemy's part, and I think everybody died a lot in this match. But right here, it's really tough if you don't get it right away. If the enemy's out of position, you can usually upload the sample right away, but unfortunately for us, the enemy was very on top of it, so we had to start setting up defensive positions. The best way to do it is have a heavy right where this guy's sitting, and so he can rain fire down and have a soldier nearby him to protect him, one, and resupply his ammo. And then, of course, everybody else go in front of it, kind of where I am right now, so they can clear people jumping or running up those stairs and coming out of the spawn. And you don't even need to try and kill people, just fire your bullets into them, because they'll jump to the low ground, which makes it a whole lot harder to hit the guy who's uploading the sample. And so we upload the sample, we win the game, and everybody on our team is so pumped. Like, that was an awesome game. But yay for Brink. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep calm and super champion.